Hey, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to give you one simple investing tip that especially applies to crypto that will probably save you millions of dollars depending on how much you are investing. But I can tell you, it has saved me a lot of money, and I will continue to implement this principle in everything that I do when I invest in a specific asset class. So out here in Miami on the balcony up here and kind of winding down the day, and I was thinking, hey, what is the one thing? I actually own a condo up in that. It's like one of the top floors up in that building, and I put my mom in there. I moved my mom down here from Columbus, Ohio, to get her out of Columbus, Ohio, and to start a new career. And how I was able to do that was obviously working really hard, making smart investments. I've been working really hard for 5 years, and I implemented this simple investment tip that I'm about to talk about. And I bought that condo at pretty much the top of the market and top of the crypto market in late last year. Or I guess it's 2021 now because we're in 2023. But this simple tip is anytime you're making a speculative investment, which it's hard to kind of give a definition of a speculative investment, but I will say that it is an investment that has not been proven for over 20 years, okay? That's kind of how I will simplify it, but speculative, it typically means that it's higher risk. So you got to be able to identify when it is a high risk investment. You know, I also run like trading algorithms that we will build and it'll enter and exit trades for us. I also invest heavily into crypto. Even though I know it, I still understand that it's a speculative investment. So those are two examples of speculative investments. And the principle that I will implement on every speculative investment that I make is I want to recoup my principal as fast as possible. And what that allows you to do, and principal is just the amount of money that you put into the investment or the trade. And what that allows you to do is that allows you to technically never lose money if your investment doubles. So right when my investment would double, I would take out my principal and I would be playing with house money. If you guys are in any of our crypto investment communities, you know that I called Caspa at a $6 million market cap. What is it right now? It's a $90 million market cap, and it was over $100 million market cap, and I think it's going to go over $1 billion market cap, and I knew that when I was investing into it. But what I did is I put 23K in at a $6 million market cap, and when it went up like 3x, because it went up kind of quicker than I even thought, I then pulled out my initial 23K that I put in and secured the profit, a little bit of profit as well. And then I'm playing with house money. So I already recouped my principal. That allows me to take more risk in the investment because I already have my initial money back. And I don't feel, first of all, worried about the investment because I already have secured the original money that I put in it. And I'm essentially playing with a risk-free trade. And all I'm doing is playing with house money at that point. It's the same thing that I will treat like trading algorithms that I run that I have a significant amount of money in, and they produce great returns, but I treat them the same way, right? I want to recoup my principal. I'm not gonna keep compounding for forever to start. After I recoup my principal, then what I'll do is sometimes I'll kick up the risk a little bit, depending on what type of investment it is, or I will just let that thing run for a longer period of time than I would have if I still kept all of my money in it. And it's using traditional investment principles that like Warren Buffett would tell you to implement, which is, guess what? Rule number one, how do I not lose money? And rule number one, don't lose money. And rule number two, don't forget the first rule. All right, so that's what I always want. I've taken that, timeless investment principle that Buffett talks about all the time, and I've said, hey, I am going to then implement that into the things that I'm doing specifically in my allocation in speculative investments. All right, and I can tell you, if you do that, the people that were on the NFT train in 2021, they went on the node train in 2021, and they all they did was compound their investments. They take one NFT, buy another NFT, take one NFT, and they go keep spinning that into the next NFT. Same thing with nodes, right? If you bought a bunch of different types of node projects or any type of DeFi project, to be honest, a lot of those went to zero or they're down 97%. Some of them may come back, some of them won't. But the people that would have secured their principal, it would have been like, oh well, right? And I sold a decent position in my personal portfolio in 2021, and I took that money and I went and bought that condo cash for like $1,050,000, and it's already up like 20% because Miami is just ridiculous. Like the real estate market hasn't even slowed down here. And I then put my mom in a condo and moved her all the way down to the greatest city, in my opinion, in America. So pretty cool. But I know that a lot of people do not do that because they never hear that type of advice. And they always see people just, ripping really big trades that make them millionaires, right? But if you just sacrifice a little bit of the return to de-risk a little bit, I'm telling you, it's going to take you a lot further, longer, because you're securing principal and you're able to risk less of the money that you're working really hard for. And if you're not, here's the thing. Here's what I tell myself. And I'll put this as a sticky note on my desktop when I'm trading, both in one of our hedge funds or if I'm trading personally, is how can I not lose money? That's what I ask myself. How can I not lose money in this trade? And that comes from getting really great entries and having a really great setup. So it makes me think, hey, I really need to have a great entry before I enter this trade. And then guess what happens when you don't lose money? You make money. And that's the whole point of investing. So if you can find ways to not lose money, which again, I do that in trading, I will remind myself that all the time. How can I not lose money? And that allows me to have great entries, which then allows me to be profitable consistently over long periods of time. All right. Hope you got value from this video. Let me know in the comments section below and share this with someone that you think will get value. Thanks so much. I'll see you here on this next one.